podcast. This is a movie that you have heard of, most of you anyway, Gen T. This is a 1990 Disney Touchstone Pictures release of Dick Tracy. Yeah, directed by Warren Beatty. I haven't seen this movie in a while. And it's an hour and 45 minutes, so no 2.5 hour movie this time. Because, The Dark Knight Rises was long, and I couldn't sit through another movie that long again for a while. This movie I saw as a kid. I saw, a lot of PG movies when I was a kid, and PG-13. Not R-rated, not that much. Not till Terminator 2. Then I saw that uncut on VHS when I was like 7. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is a period piece movie because it takes place back in like the 40s, I believe, the 30s or 40s. There's this Dick Tracy's like Sherlock Holmes or like Inspector Gadget. Mm-hmm. There's the title screen. It's an awesome movie. This got Oscar nominations. This movie, the yellow suit and the yellow hat. Charlie Carsmo as the kid. William Forsythe as Flat Top. Awesome cast. Edo Ross as Itchy. Glenn Headley. Tess Trueheart. Seymour Castle as James Keane. Charles Durning. Alan Garfield. Look at that matte painting. Madonna as Breathless Mahoney. Yes, I know, Josh, I know. Mandy Patinkin as 88 Keys. You have Al Pacino's Big Boy Caprice. Yeah. James Tolkien. Dustin Hoffman as Mumbles. Dick Van Dyke as D.A. Fletcher. And we still got Dick Van Dyke, by the way. I hope so. James Caan, may he rest in peace. Estelle Parsons. Henry Silva. Danny Elfman does the score. The same man that did Batman. That's why this movie sounds like a Batman. Stephen Sondheim did some musical numbers. There's the kid. Yeah, he was in Hook. And he's a lawyer now. Good for him. I'm glad he found work after this. Even though he's not an actor anymore. But this makeup is absolutely stunning. This makeup in this movie would make Rick Baker and freaking James Gunn, even though he doesn't do the makeup in Guardians, it will make them cream their pants. Because this is absolutely phenomenal. All of this is practical. There's no CGI in this movie. No CGI. This was 1990, but it wasn't until Terminator 2 that movies started to go for the CGI route more. That is absolutely stunning, man. The suits look great. This got Oscar nominations. It's so classic, man. The critics loved it too. It says 2 thumbs up. The picture is extraordinary. It kind of had to underperform. Look at that. Wow. Wow. This is like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, except there's no cartoons in this movie. Absolutely stunning, yeah. And the action is really good in this film. Warren Beatty knows how to shoot a movie. Mm-hmm. Chester Gold, yes, this is a comic book movie based on a comic strip from back in the 1900s. I used to have the toys of this movie. Jim Cash and Jack Epps Jr. wrote the movie. 2 writers, not 4 or 5. And unlike Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, it's not 2.5 hours, so 2 hours and 41 minutes. It gets in and out. Produced and directed by Warren Beatty. Sorry about that. Mm-hmm. There were no cell phones. Yes, he does kind of a deep voice like Batman. He has a watch that, see, I'm on my way. He does a Batman voice, but not in every scene. That is a cool silhouette. Yeah, she passed away. Yeah, Glenn Headley. I miss her a lot. She was a beautiful redheaded, Josh. There's a lot of people that are no longer with us, but not all of them. We still got Dick Van Dyke. We still got Warren Beatty. We still got Al Pacino. We still got the kid, even though he's not an actor anymore. Eat lead, Tracy, yeah. There's Charles Durning, man. Rest in peace, man. Because he had a watch instead of a cell phone. These costumes are amazing. I love. There's so much color. This movie has so much color, but it's not goofy like Batman and Robin. This is way better. If you want to see something over the top but fun, see this movie. It's not on Disney Plus, so you won't be able to watch it there. Oh, Glenn, you were so beautiful. And he was in his 50s when he did this movie, Warren Beatty. I guess they couldn't get an actor that was in their 30s or 40s, so they look at this. This art direction is absolutely phenomenal, man. Oh my god, I miss matte paintings, man, and art direction. You know, real, not just CGI backgrounds, guys. I live in the I don't live in the past, but I acknowledge. Yes, and Madonna sings in this movie. At least, Josh, give her that credit. She's gorgeous and she sings well. Maybe her acting is gonna. Your mileage will vary. Man, Madonna's so sexy, man. This is the hottest she's ever looked on film, ever. I was 5 when I saw this, 5 or 6 years old, and I was like, wow. Look at that frizzy hair. She was like the Lady Gaga of the 80s and 90s. And she's not auto-tuned here like in James Bond, Die Another Day. Her voice is so sexy, man. Yes, she's aged. I know, because everybody's going to age. You can't look like this in 2025 unless you're young. If Caitlin Deaver did a scene like this, I would pop. My jaw will hit the ground. If she did like a sexy femme fatale. She doesn't have to be a villain. I'm just saying, because she already played a villain in The Last of Us Season 2. Is that Robert Costanzo? Yeah, he wasn't in the credits. It's a cameo. People say she can't act, but here I think she does fine. She's a singer, a lounge singer, and you know, she's fine. She's done worse, guys. Swept Away is worse. Again, this is very Who Framed Roger Rabbit. They're all around the same era, because Roger Rabbit was 1988. This is 1990. But lips. I think that's the what's his name? The guy from the Rocketeer. Yeah, I think that's him. Not John Turturro. What's his name? Not Joe Piscopo. What is his name? Oh, isn't it? Was it? Isn't it? Servino. Yeah, Paul Servino. Yeah, I think that's him. She's beautiful, man. Her outfit looks amazing. As a kid, yeah. Like this movie is one of the best comic book movies of 1990, easily, because this came out after Batman, and every movie had to. They did do Batman, but do it with color. Don't make it dark and gritty, because this movie has some darkness to it, but it's very, very bright and colorful, and I love that. So suck it, Son of the Mask. You don't have to be colorful and stupid. You could be artful. You. Yeah, Warren Beatty is still. That is. Look at that background. That background. Mwah, I love it. That's why I love movies like this and The Mask, and Rocketeer, because they took period piece, backgrounds, and they made it work. In my opinion, I know some people are gonna think this movie's dated. I think it's phenomenal. You want a comic book movie that doesn't look like a CGI cartoon like this year or last year or 2023? This is the movie for you. Because the matte paintings and the background art direction is just, oh my god, it just makes me, I'm stunned. Wow. Again, the makeup artists, they deserve an Oscar for this. They really do. Yeah, Suicide Squad, I didn't like the makeup in that. It looked bad. Harley Quinn looked like a Hot Topic girl. Get him, Tracy. Punch him. Yeah, he doesn't have gadgets like he doesn't have as many gadgets as Batman. Look at that background. Just it makes me swoon, man. That's right. And unlike Batman, he's not doing a stupid voice. He sounds a little raspy in the beginning, but that's it. Wow, just suck an egg. I would have loved to have seen this in the theater. When I was 5, I would have lost my mind because I love movies that are very colorful and bright and have really good art direction. Because visuals are not everything, but there's Big Boy. Yeah, he's very Italian in this movie. I love it. Yeah, I'm doing this movie without Robert De Niro. I love Pacino, man. This is the first movie I saw with him. Because I couldn't see his movies as a kid. I couldn't see The Godfather as a child. Or Serpico. Or Dog Day Afternoon. Not the bad. Yeah, that is Paul Sorvino. Some of them are uncredited. It's very gangster and Italian, like the Penguin was last year. Okay, he's eating that steak. It's like he hasn't eaten in days. Because he's like a hobo kid. Mm-hmm. He's a... We're 11 minutes in and I'm already like, wow. I love the way this movie looks so much, man. Disney, shame on you for not putting this on your streaming service. This is a good movie. A really good movie. And this is not a DC or Marvel film, but yeah. Not the best! Ah! Yeah. And I'm gonna get an Oscar just for talking like this. Yeah, he's great. There's Dustin Hoffman. Yeah, these actors are phenomenal in this movie. She don't wear nothing. He's so great, man. I know, Madonna. You don't have to tell me. Mumbles like, "Arr!" Yeah, he could barely talk. But Dustin Hoffman, yeah. Uh, yes, he yells a lot in this movie. But if you're gonna have an actor that can yell and be intimidating, it's Al freaking Pacino, man. He's so good, man. And I had his toy too when I was a kid. I don't have them anymore, man. He's eating that pumpkin pie. Looks so good, man. Oh, I'm gonna have fun watching this again. Yeah, chug it. Chug that milk, kid. Chug that milk. Yes, the kid likes to run away a lot, but he's not annoying. I hated the kids in Jurassic World. The two boys, I couldn't stand them in that movie. I was like, they're annoying and stupid, and they're nothing like Lex and Tim in the first one. Yeah, it is the law. You can't have runaway kids. That watch is pretty cool. Something James Bond would have. Gotta eat. Yeah. And this is such a legendary character. Because comic books back in the 1900s were way shorter than the ones that we have today. Even that diner looks awesome. I miss movies from the 90s, man. I'm sorry. Whatever happened to these movies, man? They went from art to garbage in just the last 10 years. Hmm. Yeah. This redhead would have given Josh, like it would have give you a cinematic boner. You could never remake this movie and do it like this again because you're gonna just use CGI for the backgrounds. There's Charles Durning. Yeah, he's not a villain here. Look at that background. Just, ooh man, I wish I could. I wish my basement looked like that. Just look at that. Just it's fun. Just like the Mask. This and the Mask have some of the best art direction I've seen in a comic book movie. That's the law. Yeah, I love the way they talk in this movie. Yeah, no cell phones back in 19. This has an amazing ensemble cast. They bring this movie to life. Like without these actors and the direction and everything, it's just people in funny costumes, but they make it work, man. Oh yeah, this he's dressed like the Joker and he talks like that. I don't know what to say. Yeah, never change Dustin Hoffman. That is an Oscar-winning actor right there. Oh my gosh, she's so sexy. Ma. Again, this is how you put musical numbers in a movie, Falia Doof. The Joker doesn't need to sing. This is how you do it. Stephen Sondheim, an actual musical composer, songwriter, did this. So the songs are phenomenal in this movie. Yep, he touches her a lot. Yeah, the singing in this movie, mwah, I love it. You know me, I have musical theater in my blood. Yes, I know, Salvatore. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. May you wrestle in the big ring in the sky, man. Love you, always in my heart, man. Ma! Yeah, I love women. You can tell. Ah, cha 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 cha. I'm not gonna think of sad things, Salvatore. They're like the Rockettes. Yeah, he's a misogynist. Yeah, give it to me. This movie's so good, man. I, don't worry, Josh. You don't talk like this. I can understand what you're saying. It's like, yeah. Sondheim has a really good legacy. I think he passed away too, Stephen Sondheim. Ma. No, there's no black people in this movie, Josh. Period piece. But it's so good, man. It doesn't work. He's phenomenal. He deserved that Oscar nomination. Hey, look, it's the principal from Back to the Future. Yeah, he's in this movie too. It's like, I will never retire. I will yell even when I'm 90. Hopefully, he'll make it to 90. You're the best, Regino. I love you, man. Yeah, he's a great villain. He's a villain through and through. He is not an anti-hero in this movie. Yeah, he's so good, man. So good. No, please don't do that. Madonna has one of the most beautiful faces ever, even today. She's part Italian, you know. And they don't put a lot of makeup on Dustin Hoffman, but his performance he's like unbelievable. Again, stop wasting his talent, Francis Ford Coppola. Baby, what are you, the Road Runner, baby? These actors are they sell it, man. If they remade this, Dick Tracy would be played by a black man or Asian or something. And she is breathless. Absolutely. I know Josh has a problem with her. I get it. She's not Oscar worthy acting. She doesn't do Oscar worthy acting. Her singing is really good and she's sexy. What else do you want? Yeah, he's a misogynist. He mm, mm. Breathless Mahoney is basically Jessica Rabbit, except she's not animated. Or Hollywood from Cool World, which is like this movie, but is way more mental. It flopped because again, it was weird, and it's not gonna be for everybody. Woo, baby. Yes. Mm, damn. I like frizzy hair. We see. We see. Mm-hmm. Sweated out of her. Did you hear that, folks? I've seen worse people try to act than they can act. Like Rihanna, not an actress, guys. Just give it up. She's never given a good performance acting wise. Not one. Not Battleship, not Ocean's 8, not Valerian. No, she's a singer. It's not an actress. She's gorgeous, absolutely stunning. Believe me, I would. But acting is not her forte. No, Glenn, I missed you so much. Yeah, and thanks for existing. Thanks for being in my life, in my childhood. There she was. Any woman like this is one in a million, right, Josh? Am I right? Look at Karen. The moment you saw her in Doctor Who, you must have been like, I didn't see her in the flesh until she did Jumanji, because in Guardians you don't see her. You see she's bald and she's completely covered. The score is great. I love the score. Hey, look, it's the Mario Brothers. Red and green. What does that remind you of? This and The Rocketeer are two of the best 90s period pieces. Police brutality! I love his coat. That is Dick Van Dyke, man. You are a legend, sir. Legend. I love that man's work. Mary Poppins is one of the best musicals Disney ever made before he died. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang's pretty underrated too. It's just too long. Hold on. Saw it at a movie theater. I want more. Yeah, I saw that when I was 5, guys, or 6. I don't remember the exact year, but when I first saw this movie, I saw her, and I was a little boy, and I was like, I knew I liked the female body, guys. It's a work of art. Red suit, I like that suit. It's cute. It's a cute kid. He likes to eat a lot. They're like like kind of like they're like the father figure and mother figure that he never had. You saw he's eating that turkey. Like this kid is a lot more. He's more than Matt Damon, or is it Brad Pitt? And I think it's Brad Pitt in the Ocean movies. There's some Christmas decorations in this movie too, so it's perfect for this month. Yes, freckles, like Caitlin Deaver. Excuse me. You're not? And this is one of the few quiet moments in the movie because the movie's been so loud the last 25 minutes. You know, the musical numbers and the shooting and the bath and all that. Yeah, there's a lot of this very loud movie for an early 90s film. Yeah, that was in the trailer, I remember. Tommy Gunn. Red and yellow like Hulk Hogan, man. Yeah. I know that guy. He was in Die Hard too. The music is really, really cool. Elfman knows how to bring a haunting score to any movie he does. Look at that background, man. He also did the score for the Spider-Man movies, the first 2 Sam Raimi movies, not 3 or the Amazing films or the Tom Holland films or even Spider-Verse because that's animated. I'm doing that one next week, but again, guys, don't get your hopes up. I'm gonna do it in my costume, of course, because gotta represent before I go to Comic-Con in a few weeks. And she literally throws herself at him. Yes, it is. The costume department definitely has great taste in women. And the rest of the cast the costumes, because they're very colorful. And they fit this movie. She kind of does like a Rorschach here, where she has her face covered. That's later in the film. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She kept. Mm-hmm. They know what movie they were making with her. You- mm. Again, did I mention that I like a woman's sexual energy? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. It has a name. It's called libido. Yeah, Warren Beatty was in that embarrassing Oscars where they said this the wrong name of the movie. Look at that shot. Visually, this movie is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. The cars and the set design and the costumes and the makeup and the props and everything is just mwah, I love it. This movie has aged really well. You know how old this movie is? 35 years old. And it looks better than a lot of movies that come out today. So suck it, Thunderbolts and Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. You had to cost $200 million or more, and nobody saw you because you're boring. We don't like boring. We like colorful and personality. Big Pacino's just fantastic. He steals the show in this movie. He really does. There's James Caan, man. I love you, man. I miss you too. Miss you so much. Yeah, he's like the Joker, except he's not as he's more way more theatrical. The future. This movie is what Joel Schumacher probably bases Batman movies on. But the problem is with those movies, it wasn't the color that made the movie suck. Well, Batman and Robin anyway. It was the weird writing, Akil Goldsman's writing and some of the direction. Plus, Batman and Robin was not a period piece. This is. That table scene, yeah, again, 1989 Batman and The Dark Knight, except it's not as dark. And this movie is not 2.5 hours. He's the best, man. I gotta see The Godfather Part 2, but I'm gonna wait till August because it's long. You ain't for the people, you can't buy them. You heard that? He's great. He's just like Bowser in the Mario movie. Be as theatrical as you can be. If Pacino's not embarrassing himself here. Like, remember, this movie came out and it was well better received than the movie than Jack and Jill. Ooh, that's Pacino was like, burn this again. You wasted an Oscar-winning actor to play himself. I know there's only one Al Pacino, man. Only one. Oh, James Caan. This is actually the first movie I saw with James Caan. Then I saw him in Elf and The Godfather and all that. Yeah, it's just it's funny how two actors in this movie were in The Godfather. Two of them. This is when Francis Ford Coppola knew what he was doing. Pacino and James Caan. They were the Corleones. Hmm. Again, Warren Beatty knew that these actors were phenomenal. This cast is unbelievable, man. This could rival any Marvel movie that comes out today. So suck it, Fantastic Four, the first steps. This is not just a Marvel bashing. It's all these companies that are greedy, thinking that they could put a bunch of people together and make it work. No, this movie did it better, and it didn't cost $200 million. This movie didn't even cost $100 million. Awesome explosion, man. He's hanging on a roof. That's very Batman-esque. That was awesome. That was a good stunt. Not Warren Beatty that did that. It was a stunt double. There's no there's the I don't know if it's No Face or yeah, something like that. Rorschach? No. That's another comic book movie that is a period piece. Toothpaste. Pansy? Yeah, you can't tell that man that now, cause and there's nothing gay in this movie. So he must. Mm-hmm. So he took the wallet. He's dressed like a kid from the Newsies. Remember Newsies? That also had really good songs and art direction things, but it flopped. That was a cool transition. Oh, you dick. Again, that's his name. He does this a lot. It's theatrical, man. Theatrical. If you're gonna be in a theatrical movie, be theatrical. It's, you can't buy. You can't bribe a cop. That's against the law. You know. Exactly. Not a curse word. He's not scared. Again, he's so good, man. But this is before Judge Dredd, by the way. And Dredd. I am the law! Again, Stallone. He did it better. He did it better. He said it in a more compelling way. It's not a curse word. Because it's his name. Say goodbye to oxygen. Yeah. I love Al Pacino in this movie. He's the Joker in this movie. He steals the show. Every time he's on screen, he's just infectious. It's just he's it's so hard it's hard to keep your eyes off of him in this movie. He's just so good, man. The kids see he does something in the movie. He actually saves Dick Tracy in this movie, so he's not just some stupid child. He's essential to the plot. Awesome explosion again. This movie knew how to do it well. Because everything nowadays looks like a CGI cartoon. Superman had an excuse because that was he's an alien. But what's the excuse for the Thunderbolts or Fantastic Four? He's a good kid. And he is a lawyer, so he upholds the law now. Yeah, he saved his life. This kid saved his life without superpowers, by the way. Let me lag down a little bit because this movie's long, but not too long. It's not 3 hours. Because in Roger Rabbit, Eddie saves Roger's life from the weasels. Here, a kid saves him. See, there's a lot of similarities between this and that. That. I love Al Pacino in this movie. Yes, he yells 90% of his dialogue, but unlike the villain from P2, he's intimidating. No one yells like Pacino. Nobody. I own you. Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? He owns somebody, yeah. That Dick Van Dyke. Man, he's so dramatic too. That is an amazing background. Look at that background. The moon in the background and those buildings. Just, mwah, love it. Man, this movie is so good, man. Hey. Yeah, let me lie down. I'm gonna need it after when Madonna starts singing again. Ugh. At least unlike, with Jessica Rabbit, she was a cartoon. This is a real woman, guys. Oh my god. Today I would. Yeah. I love that they complement each other. They're both wearing red. Hey, Spider-Man wears red. Look at that beautiful picture of Glenn. I agree. She was a beautiful woman. Yeah, she died of cancer. Sucks to get that, but at least I don't have it, so I'm not smoking or drinking or doing anything. Or go out in the sun, because I was out in the sun yesterday. It was 94 degrees. We're 46 minutes into the movie. 46. And I never looked at my watch to say, how long is this movie? When I was a kid, I was like, nah, I was used to watching longer films in the 90s. Because I saw Batman, I saw Terminator 2, I saw this movie, I saw Rocketeer. Some of them were over 90 minutes. Yeah, get yours, sir. Oh, he's kissing another woman right in front of... Mm-hmm. Women have rivalries. It's like having Karen Gillian and Ariana Grande in the same room. I would just pop. I would pop like a balloon, man. I'm sorry. What can I say? I'm heterosexual. There is a song called "I'm a Heterosexual Man." Listen to it. It's on YouTube. It's a very phenomenal song. Is that mint ice cream? Chocolate chip? Yes, I agree. Yes, I do the voice. I got a Rorschach voice. Also, they did this scene in the Hey Arnold movie from 2002. Deep voice, yeah. Look at those cable cars. Wow. Hey. She also sounds like like in Return of the Jedi when Leia's in that and bounty hunter outfit. Yeah, no, yeah, no. This was creepy when I saw this as a kid. I was like, I thought that was another villain in the movie. And it's not a laughable voice. That's Mandy Patinkin. Mm-hmm. And Dick Tracy's one of the few guys that could wear yellow and be intimidating, because the man in the yellow hat in Curious George is not. He's not intimidating because he's not, a violent person. Gambling, just like in Batman '89. Yeah, if you're gonna get a singer, get Madonna. Why not? She was the biggest thing in the world at that time. Ariana Grande wasn't even born when this came out. Her Lady Gaga was a kid when this came out. The dress is so sexy, man. The guy's like, again, I get it, dudes. I get it. That's my reaction every time I see a woman at Comic Con. It gets me. They're doing an illegal casino. We're almost an hour in, and I don't even feel it. Guys whistle and they act like cartoons when they see a woman. Did you see that Tex Avery cartoon with the wolf? When this girl's singing "Daddy" and she's like, "Oh!" and you, yeah, again, we react like that. It's in our nature. Wow. It's like a reverse Elsa. Instead of a sparkling blue dress, it's black. Well, there's no black people in the movie, so sorry. He's a good cop, man. Meat Locker. I think they filmed this movie in England. It doesn't look like America, huh? Because they have these streets and everything that look like the UK. But there's nobody British in the movie that's a main character. There's like one side character. That's it. Mm-hmm. He's arresting all of them. The song is really hot. That's right, Tracy. Punch him. It's a cool montage. That's right. Sing, Madonna. Sing, baby. Oh, that roach is disgusting. Tracy! Tracy! So good, man. That's disgusting. That's the most disgusting thing in the movie. That's a disgusting roach. They didn't have surveillance cameras back in that time. Now you could just record this on a cell phone from miles away. In 1930s or whenever this takes place, yeah, they had to use whatever they could at the time. He's up there. This movie's really good, so please watch this movie, guys. BitTorrent it or get the DVD or Blu-ray. Don't give Disney, if Disney doesn't put this on Disney Plus, it's their loss because it's a good movie. Instead, they want to put bad movies on there and also alter movies that don't need to be altered. She's so emotional. This movie doesn't make me cry because I saw it as a kid and it was nothing overly emotional. If any actors from this movie show up that are still alive, I would love them to sign this. So why not? You know? I'm on my way. He says that a lot. And I was happy that they didn't spoil the whole movie in the trailer. Like the other face Breathless Mahoney's other alter ego, they don't spoil that in the trailer. They don't show that character at all. Southside Warehouse. And these are real sets. There's no CGI at all in this movie, and trust me, I miss sets like this. Nowadays, movies look like a CGI cartoon, and sometimes it's not even an animated movie. You can excuse animated movies because animation can be done in CGI or hand drawn. But with real movies, I don't want to just see CG, guys. Do something for real. Nope, that wasn't him. That was his coat near. Yeah. Yep, there's a faceless character. Does look like Rorschach, though. You know, the... No face, yeah. This is the performance that Colin Farrell did in The Penguin. Again, Pacino was so good in this movie. Right? It's not a man. That's the thing. I thought it was because I was a kid when I saw this. This movie just has phenomenal actors in it. Most of them. I know some people are gonna their mileage will vary with Madonna and some of the side characters, but the main cast, yeah, a lot of the ensemble is just really good actors. Even when they're only on screen for a few seconds, they make the most of every second they're on screen. This is classic Hollywood, man. Not like today that they get people that can't act to be in movies that are big budgets and they wonder why they flop. Like The Weeknd. You're not an actor. Give it up. Rihanna, you're not an actress. Give it up. Florence, you're not a good actress. Give it up. You're not going to star in a movie that's going to make $1 billion. You're not Scarlett Johansson. That's another phenomenal shot. Newspapers, yeah, people don't even read those. That's a guy singing? Madonna, Madonna has gorgeous hair in this movie. That frizzy blonde hair, yeah. And the musical numbers are not distracting in this movie. She's a lounge singer. What do you expect? DA won't prosecute Big Boy. Tracy seeks witness to testify. That's another great shot. With those boats in the background and the moon. Oh, yeah, he wants her. Well, to an extent. And he was way older than Madonna in this movie. But again, age doesn't matter. If I did a scene like this with Lexi, the Benedetto, forget about it. I would lose my mind. Or Eva Carlton, yeah. Age doesn't matter to me. If you're a woman, I'm coming. That's Comina, not the other one. Get up. We're an hour in, an hour and 4 minutes. We got about 40 minutes to go. At least it's shorter than Batman Begins and The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. I had to see something shorter, but not too short. Shut this off. I'll be okay. See here. Sorry about that, folks. That was it's 79 degrees. It's not that hot today. It's like warm, but it's not 95. I consider this movie a classic. It is. It's not an E.T. or Jaws or Back to the Future, but it's a classic comic book movie from the 90s. Excuse me. Man. Keyword. Man. Not another woman. This movie doesn't pander, unlike the comic book movies we get today. You know what'll be good for Marvel? Let's put a gay couple in Eternals. Let's put a lesbian in Wakanda Forever. Yeah. Let's let America Chavez have two mothers. Yeah. Okay? Stop with the pandering. It's not necessary. It's not necessary at all. It's forced. We don't care because we don't care what your sexual preference is in a movie because they're fictional characters. Back then in the 90s, they didn't do that. If this movie had a gay character, it would be distracting. It'd be like he would be like the gay gangster, and I'm like, yeah, and we don't need effeminates here. You don't need it. This is a really good movie, man. I wish movies were made like this today. That actually didn't suck because this year we had movies like Black Bag and Alto Nights and things like that. That movies that flop because nobody cares about gangster movies anymore unless they're really well done and they star John Wick. That and then here we go. That old man probably died after this movie because he's the oldest actor in this movie that is no longer with us. Dick Van Dyke, yeah, you are a legend, sir. Absolute legend. See, Mary Poppins is not the only good movie he's done. This is another really good one. And Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. He also did a lot of television, but I didn't see his TV shows when I was a kid. Even the Dick Van Dyke Show, I didn't watch it until I was an adult. So plus the mask also wears yellow. You notice that except he's not a detective. You'll do it, big. So he says. I'm not gonna tell you this, but I'm actually a woman. Yeah, I've noticed the similarities between this and The Mask. They have the same aesthetics. They're both comic book movies from the 90s. They have a guy wearing yellow and a yellow hat, and it has a lounge singer. Yeah, The Mask took a lot from this movie, the original Mask, not that terrible sequel that everybody hates. Dear Dick, we really should take this out. Come over to the greenhouse. The score, man. The greenhouse. Yeah, because you look at this and you look at The Mask, you was like, wow, these movies are really similar. The only difference is The Mask, they have more, uh, the technology. The technology was more advanced because they have TVs and they have cameras and things like that. But no cell phones. But so here they have a radio. So this must have been like the 30s or the 40s. Does it say the year? No. There's no There's no description in the back. I'm keeping this DVD. I'm never throwing it away because or donating it because this movie's not on Disney Plus. It's poison. Mm-hmm. The flowers are poison. See? They're putting poisonous gas with the flowers. Remember the scene in Harry Potter? They're in the greenhouse with those plants. The plants that they go. Yeah, they weren't poisonous though. It won't even hurt you. I was shocked by the reveal in this movie. When now as an adult, I know who it is, but when I was a kid, I was like, "What? No Name is a woman? That's a woman's voice?" I didn't know. Again, Rorschach was a dude in Watchmen, but that's a much better performance because it's an Oscar-nominated actor. What's his name? Jackie Earle Haley. Yeah, I think he got an Oscar nomination, right? Yeah, it's phenomenal, man. He should do more. I don't know what happened to him. After Watchmen, he blew up, and then they stopped using him for a while. He's framing him. She's framing him. Ah, Dick Van Dyke. Why did you have to die in this movie? There's no face. Yeah, it's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. This scene. Mandy Patinkin is good actors, man. These actors, oh, they're so good. Again, Kiss My Fat Grits, Fantastic Four. Yeah, Mandy he's so good. I think his performance here is better than in The Princess Diaries. I mean, the Princess Bride. Princess Diaries, sorry. They're making noise outside. I'm gonna have to put the air back on. Why are they making noise outside? I gotta block them. Stupid people outside, the construction workers. Ammonia. Yeah, he's like, "You'll never kept me alive, copper." Yeah, again, I love that. He didn't do anything. Why you honking like a goose? Why are you honking like a goose? What are you, Jared Leto? Back in business. These songs are great. Back in business. Yeah, it's a great song. I think there's a black girl singing in the background in the soundtrack. Yeah, I think it is, yeah. But there's no black people in the movie. Yeah. Look at my money! That's what I did this movie for. Yep, more sexy girls. This villain he revels in being so evil in this movie. Pacino's a great villain, man. I love this character so much. Again, this is how you do a compelling villain. Great silhouettes, man, and shadows. Cha-ching! That's right, Pacino, dance. You got an Oscar, so... This is the villain when they said it's weakest. Yeah, they like the Rockettes, those girls. Now we have girls that are of color that are in the Rockettes. Chief Brandon, yeah, that's Charles Durning. The evil montage. He was framed. Even that orphanage looks artistic. I miss you, Charles Durning. When the hero's at its weakest, that's when you have to cheer for them the most. It's like Spider-Man Homecoming when the vulture like buries him in the rubble. That was a really intense scene, man. I was shocked at how much emotion was in that scene because he's all alone, nobody can help him, and he has to get out himself. That's powerful stuff, man. They need to do that for Miles in Beyond. They must do like I'm at my weakest and I need help, but I got to do it on my own. It's what's gonna make that movie work. Because, you know, Miles can't have his parents save him all the time. Dick Tracy Jr. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Like Lynn Jr., Lynn Lau Jr., which the junior is a girl, and I'm like, yes, give me more of that, please. Warren Beatty really sells this, even though he was old for the role. He definitely committed. I got to see Bon. Tess, I hope you're not scared. I hope you like scary movies. Oh, it's New Year's, so this takes place in December because they had Christmas decorations there early in the film. This is a really good movie. I would say it's underrated because it's not one of the highest grossing comic book movies of the 90s, but it's better than a lot of the movies we got this year. He's dressed like the Joker. It's weird. Mm-hmm. The Club Ritz, putting on the Ritz. Why is he dressed like the Joker? I. He's not. He's not. Mm-hmm. Technology, baby. Yeah. Again, Oscar-winning actor. Suck it, Florence Pugh. Suck it. Okay. You and Vanessa Kirby and Joseph Quinn. Hey, you can't talk like this and then make it work. No. Man, that was great, and that delivery again. We're lucky to still have Dustin Hoffman, man. He's a great actor. He's like, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna level with you. Man, this movie's so good. Mm-hmm. Is my friend. Is my friend. Actually, it's the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I love that New Year's hat. I always go out on New Year's Eve. It's a tradition every year, even though it's freezing outside. I love going out on New Year's Eve. Yes, I can. Jennifer Lawrence? No, she wasn't. She was born when this movie came out. In the summer of 1990, she was born. That gorgeous blonde girl. Also an Oscar-winning actress. And people say Brie Larson can't act. Guys, she won an Oscar. Yeah, you're wrong. Her Oscar says otherwise. See Room and tell me if that's not a phenomenal performance. He's on the roof again. Yes, she's a damsel in distress. I get it, guys. Period piece. Remember that. There's no there's no girl bosses here. That was awesome. Yep, he has to jump through glass just like Batman. Yep, it is. No. Numb. Strapless dress. Gee, guys. Are I want more. Yeah, I want more too. I want to meet more women, especially at Comic Con. I gotta look for a Gwen Stacy out there. I'll find her. He's breaking through the floor. It's a wooden floor. This is this is her fault. But you know, every line he gives is just it is Oscar worthy. It is. I mean, it's Pacino. What do you expect? You're not gonna get. He's not gonna phone it in back then. In Jack and Jill. Yes, man. Hello, gorgeous women. More. Trust me, if I made this movie, I would put a black girl in there as a main character, not as a side character, not as a cameo. Oh, they're gonna do a seesaw. Whee! Another phenomenal stunt. Whee! Again, the stunt work is really well done, man. I'm Batman. No, he's not Batman. He's Dick Tracy. Yeah, I know. They'll never take you alive. Yeah, they'll never take me alive either. No. This is the last song that Madonna sings in the movie. He jumps on rooftops just like Batman. And no, this is not a ripoff of Batman because, again, it's got more color. It's 10:36, and we're 84 minutes in, so almost done. Yes, I hear gunshots on New Year's Eve. Why? Because I live in New York City. They shoot fireworks and shoot in the air every New Year's Eve. It's weird because I don't live in Florida where they like near Disney where they shoot fireworks every day, but especially on New Year's. Again, really good stunt work in this movie and action sequences. And they'll do it too. Another cool explosion. Hmm. Yeah, Pacino just steals the show. He did. He got an Oscar nomination for this. He deserved it because he goes for it in this movie. He's like, this is a much better performance than The Godfather Part 3 because there he's just overacting and it's not needed because that movie's supposed to be serious. It's not supposed to be a comedy. This movie's a lot lighter than it's a lot lighter than any Godfather movie and shorter because those movies are 3 hours long. This is not. It's only half that running time, which is fine. I don't need to see a gangster movie that's 3.5 hours. Not right now. Not till August. Yeah, again, he wears yellow when it's taken seriously. It's not play for laughs. And he does, and at least the villain in this movie doesn't sound like Bane, and he's not doing. He only does the Batman voice in one scene, and Pacino's Big Boy is such a great iconic villain, man. That's right, Tracy. Run. This also came out the same year as the Flash TV show, the '90s one. That background is great. This is filmmaking. This is cinema. This is not just some joke or some old school comic book movie. It's cinema. Cinema doesn't have to just be 3 hours long with no intermission. Never mind. Pacino, all of space, all of space can hear, can see you, because you fireworks. 5 months again to go until New Year's. Hmm. Yeah, this is the scene at the end. Yep, a woman. Yeah, humiliated by a woman. Trust me. Hmm. The only performance like this is Colin Farrell in The Batman and the Penguin. And he's not Italian, he's Irish, but he did a good performance. I admit it. Because I don't see Colin Farrell, I see the Penguin. Da, 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 da. You barely saw her. He's only seen her in like one or two scenes. Yes, you did. He falls just like the Joker does. The scene is a little bit dark. I'll say, because you can't see it much, but it's the only scene in the movie that's a little bit, I can see what's going on, but it's a bit dark. Because I remember from Roger Rabbit, the fight with Judge Doom, it was done in daylight. You could see it. Oh no, I need beautiful hair to fondle. Saw a giant wrench. It's a little bit dark. Like the scene in Captain Marvel in the beginning when they're walking out of the water and it's very dark. Yeah, it was hard to see in the theater, but the rest of the movie, the action scenes were done well. I got you, big boy. It's funny because that was my brother's nickname. And my sister got her name from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Jessica Rabbit. Yeah, she got the name Jessica from that movie. That's right, Tracy. Punch him. Knocked his lights out. Man, this movie's so good. Again, I miss cinema like this. Yeah, no name. Don't move me. I thought this was another character. See, that looks. This movie stays PG, even, which again, nowadays PG just means it's animated for kids. Like Bad Guys 2 is gonna be a PG, but it's gonna be tame compared to this. In this movie, people die. They don't play it safe. Yep, kid stopped her. They shot a woman in this movie and it didn't get canceled. Yep. Sorry, big one. Yep. He falls. Yep. Just like the Joker did. Except the fall is a lot shorter. And it's good that the kid did something at the end. And here comes the big reveal. Yeah. It's a mask. Again, just like at the end of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where Judge Doom was wearing a mask because he's a cartoon. But of course, that movie's better because I mean, it's got the greatest cartoon characters of all time, Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse in the same movie, and some of the greatest cartoons ever made, from Disney and Warner Brothers. And it's a woman. No, and no, this is not an allegory for trannies. That's not it. Don't even go there. It's a woman pretending to be something else. No, she's dead. I tackled a woman? No, Madonna, you made other mistakes too, but I like her performance here. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but again, I'll sit through this performance any day over a Rihanna performance that's not singing. One final kiss, and then ugh. It's still more romantic than The Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker, where the romance feels undercooked and forced. It's not the fire that Han and Leia had in the original films. And the music is bombastic and huge. This movie is just a visual spectacle extravaganza. Look at that background, just unbelievable. Someone actually made that. And that wasn't CG, guys. Rest in peace, Glenn Headley. We miss you. You're a beautiful woman. One of the best. There's the fireworks in the background. And then the movie ends in a little bit. Yeah. One last scene in the diner, and then the movie ends. They're probably tired because they were up all night on New Year's Eve. I know I was. His own watch. That's cool. Yeah, they should. Life is too short, man. I'm not wasting my time at Comic-Con. I am gonna just milk it for all it's worth and find a girl. You saw the diner guy's like, yeah, just go on. This is why Spielberg used him in Hook a year later. And I love Hook. That movie makes me cry so much, especially now that we don't have Maggie Smith and Robin Williams anymore. I miss them both. Yep. Will you will you marry me? That's all you needed to say, dude. It's not that hard. A beautiful diamond ring, an engagement ring. This movie's so good, man. See this movie, guys. If you haven't seen it, Salvatore, watch this movie. This movie is way better than a lot of people give it credit for. Yeah, I miss her a lot. I miss a lot of these actors that are no longer with us, but they gave us this movie, and yeah, 100 minutes of pure comic book gold, man. This is not gold plated. It's a gold. It's a near masterpiece. If this movie was as successful as a Marvel or a DC movie, I would have been much happier. But I'm happy with what we got. It's a great freaking comic book movie, guys. See it. Watch this. I highly recommend it. It is one of the best comic book movies of the 90s that wasn't butchered by horrendous data CGI. I'll hear the song at the end. Yeah, the makeup artist, they did a great job. Jeff Hornaday, he did the musical numbers. He staged them. So yes, Madonna has a song at the end credits. That's Glenn with an E at the end. Alan Garfield. Charles Fleischer, yeah, he was one of the reporters. He was also in Roger Rabbit. Paul Sorvino, that was him. I knew it. Michael Bell. Michael Bell's the voice of Chucky's father. Yeah, Catherine O'Hara, that was her. She was in this movie. It's blinking you miss it because this movie has a massive cast. I want more. I do. This movie was a huge blessing. The costumers, they deserve an Oscar for this. There's more. This movie just, all the pieces fit together, man. More, more. This movie's just so good, man. And I don't regret seeing it again. It's a good movie and it deserves all the accolades it got. Because it's got Oscar nominations. And this is a comic book movie. Remember that. Thunderbolts ain't gonna get nothing. Because it deserves nothing. You give us stuff, you get nothing. I want more Superman. More. I want more Super Mario Brothers movie. I want more Caitlin Dever in cinema and shows. Jazz hands. The visual effects are good. More. The song is really good. Also, The Rocketeer, they sing in that too, but there's only like 2 songs in that movie. I gotta do a podcast for that. Somehow. This is one of the most fun end credits I've heard because of the song. Songs performed by Madonna. Yes, I know. She's not dubbed over. Sooner or later. She sings all the song in the movie. Well, except for Live Alone and Like It. And Back in Business. She doesn't sing in that. That's Janice Siegel, Cheryl Bentine, and Lorraine Feather. The following album is available on Sire Records. Costumes made by Western Costume. Yeah, I saw the whole end credits. Why not? I got a few more seconds to kill. More of this movies. What a classic movie, man. I just love this movie so much. So thanks for watching, guys. Acknowledge me. Tomorrow I'll be doing Tron Legacy. Ares is coming out in a few months. I don't know how that's going to be, but I'm going to do the last one that came out 15 years ago that I loved in the theater. But this movie, yeah, it's held up really well. 35 years later, this and the 1990 Ninja Turtles movie are phenomenal. They were made for low budgets, not $200 million budgets, and they still hold up. They're still classics. They still entertain me every time. So see you in the next one tomorrow. Bye, guys.